Hey, everybody. You're listening to Crystal here with the Plant Pusher podcast. And what's really, really exciting is that we're here with you to always talk about all things plants, colors, textures, shapes, their impacts on your life. I love working with plants. I love introducing you to new plants. And here at Plant Pusher, that's what I do. I push you straight to the plants. Hey, everybody. It is your favorite plant pusher. It's me, Crystal. I'm here with you today, and I'm really excited because the benefits of being a plant pusher is pushing these here plants right on you. So I'm excited because today I want to talk to you guys about nuts as a meat alternative. And I know that it's really edgy right now. We're all considering protein alternatives, things that give us energy but don't weigh us down. How can we take better care of our hearts using plants? And it's really, really exciting. So I think it's important that we always think of how we can still get that texture for those of you that still enjoy meat, and how you get the mouthfeel that you enjoy, the flavor possibly or as close to it, while maybe reducing the amount of meat that we take into your diet, right? So the cool thing is that people have been exploring turning nuts into a vegan meat alternative for a while now. And they're not only delicious, but they're nutritious. You know, they're very, very nutritious. And so the snack can be transformed into meat textures. And that's kind of amazing because we all know that nuts have like a kind of a nutty aroma, sometimes a nutty flavor, but it's an excellent job as a protein. Okay. So there's so many benefits to it to achieve the texture and seasoning it to taste like the meat. By the way, this is offbeat with nuts, but it's about beets. Listen, if you guys have never experienced trying beets as a meat alternative, and I know it sounds crazy, hear me out. Slicing them thin, beating them like you stole something, seasoning them deeply. And I mean like bring on the cumin, paprika, pepper, salt, everything that you love for whatever flavor. If you're doing Italian food that night, then you're going to want to make sure you use Italian seasoning and, you know, rosemary and things like that. Anyway, after you beat them blind, then you put them in a skillet and you add, I like to use olive oil or grape oil, and I sear them till they get a crisp on the outside. Let me tell you right now, call somebody to come pick you up because you're going to be hungry. It's going to be amazing because when you get to me, you're going to be so full and you're not going to believe that beets were it. Because when you bite them, they look red like meat, but they have that same mouthfeel, but you can season them and make them taste the way you want them to. Anyway, it's amazing. Thank me later. That's not a nut, but it's still a plant, and so it counts. So I want to share that with you guys. So not only are nuts packed with protein and healthy fats, and they can be good for the brain as well as the heart, which I think is really cute that macadamia nuts and other nuts look like the human brain. So I think that's just adorable and beautiful. And I really believe that nature creates things that look like the parts of us to nurture and nourish the parts of us that are important. Just my little side note, just my little soapbox. So, all right. So let's talk about how we're going to achieve these textures. Okay. So you can grind them up in your blender and pulse them. I'm imagining pecans right now. Okay. Or walnuts. I've seen walnuts done a lot, by the way. Matter of fact, I saw this guy make this dope burrito out of walnuts, and he literally pulsed them, chopped them up, seasoned them like we talked about, added them to the skillet with his onion. And then he used a little bit of garlic, some green onion. It was amazing. And it looked just like ground meat, but it was walnuts. Okay, gotta love it. So I think this is a great base, like for other dishes you want to create to be vegan. So I would say take those nuts, put them in a blender, and transform them to the size of what you want your meat to be like. So, of course, you're not going to let them pulse very high if you don't want a very fine ground meat texture. But if you want something a little more chunks to it, like maybe similar to possibly a taco or maybe something for pasta, things like that, it's a really good idea. Another technique that I've heard about is that people soak them overnight. Then they blend them with the seasoning and spices to create like a meat paste. And I'm trying to think meat paste. Like maybe inside my omelet, maybe that wouldn't be bad with a whole bunch of veggies. Okay, I kind of like that one. So I heard that you can take that meat paste and you can shape it into sausages and then use it as a filling for stuffed vegetables as well. So that actually sounds really, really tasty to me because I can marinate it, make my own vegan sausage. And, you would add the seasonings you desire. You know, you might add your cumin in it. You might add a little bit more thyme, sage, because sage is important when it comes to a sausage seasoning, even if it's vegan, because you still want to have that smoky kind of tasty earthiness to it. So something like sage would be really, really good for that. I like that. Okay. So clearly I'm going to go home and practice making my own vegan sausage from, walnuts, possibly pecans as well. So that sounds exciting. Okay. So that's really dope. So now we got to talk about, once we make this paste, and then when we make this textured ground meat of choice, what are we going to put it on? So I'm thinking, guys, we need to discover some new delicious recipe options. So I'm thinking a walnut taco meat, or for nachos. I like that. I mean, if I add the walnuts along with the cumin and the chili powder and the garlic powder and the food processor, honey, it's party time. It's what it's all about. I was also thinking, like, if we soak cashews overnight, and then, I've done this, but I did it differently. Soaking the cashews overnight and then blending them with nutritional yeast, add some lemon juice and some spices, and boom, you have a cheese spread. Now listen up, people. If you have never had cashew cheese, guess who's missing out is you. Okay? It makes for a decadent vegan mac and cheese. And I mean creamy. What's dope is that the oil in the cashews means that you have a rich fat content in your pasta, which makes it easy to stir, which is why we love mac and cheese so much, because it's creamy. So you need the fat to give you the creaminess. And vegan mac and cheese is so good that if you were eating it, nobody could tell you that it wasn't, that it was vegan. You wouldn't believe them. Very, very tasty. Doubles as a dip for tortilla chips or anything else you want to dip in it, because I'm all about it. Okay. If you haven't had some, get some. Okay. In the words of Woody from Toy Story, you know what you need to do next. Get on it. Tasty. Okay. So another one I want to work on is I really need to start making my own almond milk. I make my own hemp milk, but I haven't made my own almond milk. And so I want to soak my almonds overnight, press them and grind them, and then refilter them through and create my own almond milk. I'm thinking about distilling it like I do my waters that I create. And so I'm going to try that. I'm going to see if once I make it, if I can distill it and see what happens. I'll keep y'all posted, because I'm always up to something with the plants. I'm going to keep you posted on that one. Okay. So another one I heard that we could do with this cheesy spread, guys, is that we can use it on pizza, we can use it on sandwiches, we can use it as a dip when all the friends come over. So we've got our hummus, we've got our vegan cheese dip, we've got all kind of dope things. So as you can see, nuts really are our friend. And you can do the same thing with so many amazing other things. So I'm excited. I want you guys to remember, the first step is to find a nut that you really like that's going to give you the texture that you want. After you choose a nut, decide what you want to create with it. Are we going for pizza? Are we doing using it as a meat alternative to your favorite taco night or nachos or burritos? Are we doing a pasta? Are we going to deeply create a pastry that's filled with this beautiful, rich meat protein inside that's really made from nuts? We can really go wild here. It's so much fun. And don't forget the seasoning, because y'all don't call me when y'all forgot to season your stuff. I can't help you. Okay? I don't specialize in a lack of seasoning. So the plants need all the seasoning. Go ham, have fun, be a little adventurous, go to your local international market, pick up some amazing seasoning blends from other countries. It is so much fun. It changes the flavor profile of everything, and all the food on your plate needs to be colorful, because plants give you colorful. And if you got a monotone plate, that usually means it's lacking some nutrient-rich foods. So remember, you need color, you need texture, and baby, you need seasoning, because that's what the plants are all about. We giving it all day. Seasoning these plants. Let me know how this goes for y'all. I can't wait to hear how your nut-based recipe turns out. I hope you have so much fun with it. And please send me other alternatives. Like I talked about, if you're allergic to nuts, then let's find out something dope to do, like with beets or like with rhubarb or other awesome root vegetables. So y'all, I love being your plant pusher. It was a pleasure talking to you again today, and keep on planting. The plants do all the hard work. Talk to you soon. Bye. This show, Plant Pusher Podcast, is brought to you by Possibilities Podcast Platform. We appreciate you listening. Stay tuned. Your favorite episode is up next.